this is a big day for Greece. They've managed to secure 107 billion off their debt. This debt swap deal has also paved the way for 130 billion in bailout loans from the European Union and the International Monetary Fund. So they're going quite a substantial way to sorting out their debts. But let's not forget that Greece is in the 5th year of its recession, unemployment is around 20%, and its debt is still massively more than what it actually earns from its economy. At the moment it's around 160% debt to GDP, and the European Union and the IMF looking to get that down to 120%. To put that in context, the US has got a debt to GDP ratio of 100%, and countries like Spain and Italy, which are also on the watch list for danger, have a debt to GDP ratio of around 60 to 70%. What Greece has done is in the legislation introducing this bond swap deal, they've included what they call a collective action clause. This means that if the vast majority of bondholders agree to the deal, those that hold out will have to agree to the deal as well.
We also had that Q&A on what the bond swap was a few weeks back, so it's just...
The ISDA, which is a market watchdog for a certain type of financial instrument called a derivative, is meeting this afternoon at 1 o'clock in London to decide whether these CACs constitute what is known as a credit event, which is a technical default. If they decide, then certain insurance instruments called CDSs, credit default swaps, will be allowed to be introduced. These are basically insurance against a default, and these will be paid out to those people who've got those. At the moment, it doesn't look as if it will have that big an impact on the market. Only about 3.2 billion in CDSs are likely to be triggered by this calling of a credit event. It was worried earlier on in the year and later on last year that if there was a lot of debts around, then this would have caused even greater uncertainty and turmoil in the markets. These countries have got their own debt problems, and the market and investors and the world governments are always keeping a watchful eye on them. Not to say they're in a good place, but they're nowhere near as bad as what Greece has gotten itself into.